What up, YouTube? It's your main man, Boys for Life, coming at you with another fucking video. I'm on my way home, and I get an update. I thought I'd just make a video on this because I'm bored while I'm driving. You know, I am paying attention to the road. But, I just thought that this was newsworthy, I guess. I mean, there's no concrete that this is going to happen. This is just speculation. And, you know, for a minute now, everyone's been talking about get rid of the preseason or lower the preseason to 2 games. Now, and here are the 2 options. If you take away 2 preseason games, the league wants to expand to 18 games. And I've already gone over, you know, what would happen in those 18 games. Players would need to sit because players would only be allowed to play 16 of those games. Another option is that they want to expand the playoffs, which means there would be 14 teams instead of 12. So there'd be an extra team in the NFC and an extra team in the AFC. So what this means and how they would go about it is the top 17, the top 17s in the NFC make it and the top 17 in the AFC make it, right? Well, this is how this is how the playoff picture would look. And I'm going to post it right here for you to see. It's going to be the first round. The first seed would get the bye. The only team that gets the bye would be the first seed. Then the second seed would play the 7th seed, and the third would play the 6th, and the 4th would play the 5th. Okay, so then, like I said, you're having the same number of rounds, just another team, and one other team's playing. Normally it's just 4 games. This time you'd have 3 games. And then let's say all the top seeds win. So 2 wins, 3 wins, 4 wins. So then in the divisional round, you'd have the 1 seed play the 4 and the 2 play the 3. Well, then those guys, we'll see who the winner is. Let's just say the top 2 seeds win. 1 and 2 win. So then in the championship game of each conference, you'd have the 1 and the 2 play. And then those 2 would meet in the Super Bowl. Like I said, there's no concrete evidence that this would actually happen. This is all speculation. This is just talk. This is part of the bargaining agreement, the collective bargaining agreement that the players and owners are going through right now of what they want to do. Me, adding another game or another team to the playoffs, all it does is give another team a chance. That's all it does. A team that's normally on the cusp of making the playoffs, a team that's always right there, finishing 7th, 8th, 6th, making the playoffs one year, making it not, the next year, because they're right there at the 7th, they're always right there, the 7th, 6th, 8th spot. Now, this gives that team a chance to make the Super Bowl. And that is very dangerous when a team, because we've seen a lot of times, like the Giants, come out of the wild card and just run through everybody. It's happened. It has happened, and that makes teams like that dangerous. It is, ooh, I knew that was coming. What was I saying? It just makes that team that much more dangerous, and it just gives another team a chance. Because we all know that if you look at the statistics, more often than not, you have the underdog coming out victorious. Just like, I'm going to give a great example. The Eagles against the Patriots in the Super Bowl. The Eagles were the far superior team, and the Eagles were the underdogs, full of injuries. And look who came out victorious. So, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I like the way everything is right now. 4 preseason games. There's teams out there that, everyone's worried about injuries in preseason. And I know in preseason, it doesn't matter You know, it's not like, oh, you know, I got these, you know, like for Dak Prescott, I got my total of, you know, 15 reps in preseason, and that's going to make or break how I play in November and December when it starts to matter, you know, when playoffs are looming. So we already know. But preseason, you know, that's a whole nother video. But this expansion of the playoffs, it gives mediocre teams to make the playoffs. You know, teams that aren't always in the hunt for the playoffs, that make it every couple of years, but teams that are in the hunt per se but never make it, you know, they're always one game back. Now if you're adding this extra team to each division, or I'm sorry, each conference, you know, it gives that team a chance to do something that they haven't been able to do. Make it to the playoffs and win a Super Bowl. Possibly. Now, like I said, this is all just speculation and talk. So, we'll see how that plays out. But that's all I got. I'm out. Peace.